and I regret my damn vote, okay? He promised America first, now he's sending billions to Israel while we're drowning back home. I didn't vote for him to babysit the whole damn world. I voted for America first.
Hey my loves, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Prinnie Metz. If you are new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button because today's video, baby, it's giving FAFO in real time. Okay, so a bunch of MAGA voters are now shocked, like genuinely confused, that the chaos that they voted for is affecting them too. Okay, one construction guy went viral after ranting about how he can't find workers anymore. And he said himself, right, that white people are too lazy to work construction. He relied on immigrant labor, but now, after helping vote Trump back in, all his workers gone. And then there's the man crying on camera saying, this isn't what I voted for. I didn't vote for Trump to start a war with Iran and Israel. I voted for peace. Meanwhile, Trump is out here escalating things by the minute. We've also got videos of people burning their MAGA hats and their MAGA merch, literal flames of regret. And what makes it even wilder, some of them are now just realizing that voting for hate actually hits home. They thought it was only going to hurt other people. You know, they thought it wasn't going to hurt them too. And, you know, they thought that they were on the safe side. But anyways, let's look at these clips and remember, these people are people who proudly voted for the very chaos that they're crying about now.
I didn't care how things were affecting others until it affected me. Am I proud of that? No. We live in a very cruel world, and sometimes the only way to survive is by being selfish. We are all just out here trying to survive as best we can. And although we may have good intentions and we may be empathetic and we may be compassionate, we will always put ourselves first because we have to survive. And if that means making a mistake in my vote or maybe putting my trust in the wrong person like I did, then that's what it means. I will always put the betterment of my family and vote in ways that I think will help my family above anyone else.
Here's the problem with voting for your self-interest. I understand Maslow's hierarchy of needs. When you're on the bottom and none of your needs are fulfilled, you can only think of yourself. But here's the problem with that, is you voted for your self-interest. So did everybody else in the Republican Party. Think about that for a minute. You voted for your self-interest, but you don't have anything. Like, you don't have anything. Like, that's what it is. But other people, rich people, they have a lot. So of course they're going to vote for their self-interest because they have something. You don't. You need the tribe, right? The socialized healthcare, the socialized dental care, schools, firefighters, police officers, all socialized systems. Is it clicking yet? You voted against the tribe. You know, humans didn't make it on their own. We always existed in a tribe, taking care of each other. You could only take care of yourself if you have something, and you don't have shit.
I was a Trump supporter. I don't know how long I can keep doing this. I have a construction company, and not a fucking thing is getting done. This is what I get. This is what I fucking get. Nothing but white boys. It takes 4 days to do a one-day job. I might have fucked up.
Hold on, what did you just say about Trump?
I said, Trump's a fucking liar. Inflation's going up. Gas prices hasn't really come down that much. Eggs, that's the funny one. The eggs. I'm mad. And I'm a MAGA man. Okay? I don't see anything he's done.
So is it safe to say that the illusion has faded?
I think it has, yes. You know, I was for him because, you know, everything he said, you know, he played right into my hands. He just told us everything we wanted to hear. That's what he did. I can't even stand to look at him because, you know, he's just, he's a con. He's a flat ass, nothing but a fucking con. You know, they all the right side, they say, oh yeah, the Biden side was so bad. Well, what's so good about the right side? He brags about doing something with our economy, but I haven't seen anything happen yet. That big beautiful bill is going to add, they say $2.5 trillion. It's going to add about $4 trillion to the debt. The big beautiful bill. Oh, what a joke. Remember what happened in the 80s with trickle down economics? Yeah. The filthy rich got richer and us guys that worked for a living paid more taxes. I'm disappointed for sure. I'm real disappointed.
I'm not surprised that MAGA voters fell for it again. MAGA influencer Andrew Schultz went on his show yesterday and talked about how he voted for none of this. Check out this clip.
They'll DM me and be like, you see what your boy's doing? You voted for this. I'm like, I voted for none of this. He's doing the exact opposite of everything I voted for. Yeah. I want him to stop the wars. He's funding them. I want him to shrink spending, reduce the budget. He's increasing it. It's like everything that he said he's going to do, except sending immigrants back.
Quickly, make sure you like this video and follow our account for more news and politics posts in the future. So you're trying to tell me that you are shocked that Donald Trump lied about what he was going to do? No, but seriously, you believe that Donald Trump was telling you the truth? Come on, man. Are we serious right now? Like, you have to be a special kind of stupid to believe that Donald Trump actually wants to help people. What in this man's history would lead you to believe that he wants to help people? I'm serious. Like, what is it? Like, point to the time in your life that you saw Donald Trump do something and you're like, that's Donald Trump trying to help the average person. This is why I can't take these people seriously, man. I mean, the guy's a billionaire with like 6 bankruptcies on his head. All he's ever done is like not pay people that work for him, destroy basically anyone who's ever challenged him. His only real accomplishment from the last time he was in office was the fact that he got his tax breaks done for himself and his billionaire friend. He goes around the world making deals with autocrats if they will do business deals with him in his country, in their countries. When he brings people to America, he forces them to stay in his hotel so he can make money off of it. Look, Andrew Schultz is a millionaire. He had plenty of resources and plenty of time to do his research before Donald Trump came onto his show. It would have taken less than 10 minutes to come to the determination that Donald Trump is not somebody you should be telling your giant fan base, to which I don't know why he has a giant fan base, but he does, that you shouldn't vote for Donald Trump. It wouldn't have taken that much time or effort. This bro podcast sphere is such a giant problem. And I know that maybe some people think that, you know, the answer to this is just that we should like just take microphones away from men. They shouldn't have podcasts. I think it's actually the opposite. I think we need to flood the zone with better information from people who actually have a brain, and having the people of this country getting taught real information versus this fake shit that's being perpetuated by these morons who shouldn't have the audiences they have. I should have just added this as the next installment of the this is why you can bully MAGA voters, because oh my God, some of these people are they're just so stupid. I can't get over it. I mean, again, what made you believe that Donald Trump ever wanted to help people?
Are you leaving MAGA? Congratulations. That's great. I don't trust you. I see creators on here and they're like, oh, well, people are leaving MAGA and they're like waking up to the lies and we should be welcoming. Okay. I'm a very welcoming person. That's awesome. My mom just told me that she's no longer conservative, that she's not there anymore. But here's the thing. What else? Like, okay, have you awakened to the bigotry and the hate and the bullshit inside of you that led you to believe that any of that was okay, that that was a decent person, that that was somebody who should lead our fucking country? Have you woken up to that? Because if you haven't, you're just going to do it again. You still hate people like my kid. And even if you don't, and you're like, oh, I'm going to be more tolerant, all it's going to take is one fucking trans person to do something that you don't like. And you're going to go, oh, yeah, that's why. All right, what? All right, now what? If you're not any different and you're just going to turn around and vote for the same person again next time who's just a little more palatable, who's not quite as, like, abrasively evil, you know, then we're just in the same boat. So, you know, great. Love it. Awesome. Yay. Welcome to the sunny side of the street. But I don't trust you. And I don't feel bad about that. Good luck.
This is all going in the trash. I do not support Trump anymore. He's a liar. He's a part of the deep state. I do not support Israel. I will not be supporting him anymore. He's part of the deep state.
You know, it sucks to see this. And, you know, I can't tell if this is performative, if you're doing it for social media or not, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Here's what I would offer to you. To make the claim that Donald Trump is part of the deep state. I mean, do you remember this? Yeah, the deep state trying to take him out. So, I mean, the logic doesn't track. Consider this. Everything the guy's done for the country over the past, 8 years? Maybe longer. Everything he's sacrificed. All the battles. His testament of being an outsider. You remember all that? You remember what drew you to voting for Trump, supporting Trump? That's what I would ask you to consider when you think about the ongoings of, what's happening right now. Everybody makes mistakes. Who knows if this is a mistake? Who knows what the hell is going on? But I think everything that he's done warrants us giving him a little bit of time to make it right. If he doesn't, then we hold him accountable. But to just get on social media and do this performative stuff, all that does is give the predatory opposition an opportunity to make it seem like we're falling apart, and we're really not. We're not. I hope you reconsider, but it's on you.
So it appears that the MAGA crowd, or a good portion of them, are pretty upset over what's going on with the administration in more than one way, because they're calling them non-transparent. If you want to know what those are burnt MAGA hats. And that's what Nick Fuentes, who, well, first of all, he's a piece of work himself. He actually has been described as a white supremacist, but he is posting on X that they've been fooled by the Trump administration and led down a path that they did not plan on going on. So in retaliation for Pam Bondi and the administration not releasing the Epstein files and who's on it, this is the new trend for MAGA. They are burning those notorious red hats. And all I can say is, congratulations if you have finally gotten to that point to where you have to burn that symbol that's been emblazoned on your head for the last 8 years. Thank God. Maybe there is hope for you.
This guy is sitting in a cell in Louisiana awaiting deportation because of the Trump regime's immigration policies, and he still blames Biden. He gave an interview blaming the Biden administration for this. This guy, Casper Eriksson, he's Danish. He's been working towards becoming a citizen since 2009. He has a wife and kids here, but he's still an immigrant, and they are loud and proud Trump supporters. They fell for the bullshit lie that Republicans would only target criminals. We warned you that they were lying about that. It was an open book test. In 2015, Eriksson failed to submit a form. You submit a lot of forms while trying to become a citizen. He's had more meetings since then, more correspondence from the immigration authorities, and no one ever mentioned this form. It just fell through the cracks. He had a meeting in April of this year. That was supposed to be his final meeting. This was supposed to formalize his naturalization. Instead, he was arrested and he was whisked off to Louisiana. An immigration official explained to him that if that final meeting had happened under the Biden administration, he probably would have been fine. Just to reiterate how deep the cult thinking goes, he failed to submit a form in 2015 when Obama was president. Immigration authorities under the Biden administration continued working with him. Now he's facing deportation under Trump, and he still blames Biden. I don't have any sympathy because the Erikssons said a bunch of racist crap about immigrants. His wife said 90% of them don't deserve to be in the country. They don't speak English. They're criminals. What a disgusting thing to say. And this guy, Casper, says, I'm a patriot. If you come to the US, you live and sound and behave like an American. Gross. If the facts of his case were presented to him, he would be in full support of deportation. If he was presented with a scenario where a brown immigrant who had been in the country for decades, had a wife and 4 children, had been working hard, had been paying taxes, forgot to submit one form 10 years ago, and was now facing deportation, this guy and his wife would be all for it. That's why I have no sympathy.
Immigrants voting for mass deportations is just lunacy. But we know why they thought they would be safe.
I voted for Trump and I'm sorry. I am uneducated. I grew up in public school system. I believed anything a teacher and a principal told me, and I didn't question it, and I walked in a straight line, and I didn't use critical thinking skills, okay? I didn't read Project 2025. I have a disabled child. I'm a single mom of 3. I believed what he said in his campaigns, and I fucked up, and I'm sorry, okay?
You can make all of the self-deprecating humor you want to get white people back on your side, but I will never fucking forgive you or anyone that chose to triple down and vote for Trump a third time in 2024. The first time, okay, Trump is something new. You want a businessman. You want something different. But through those 4 years of him conducting himself as president and fucking up the pandemic, that should have been your fucking draw the line in the sand. But no, it wasn't. When this motherfucker started a fucking riot in the Capitol, that should have been your hard line in the sand. All of the nasty shit he said in 2024 should have been the draw on the line you said. But no, it's when it finally affects you that, I'm sorry, forgive me. I was led astray. I believed anything. I didn't read Project 2025. Shut the fuck up, and I don't give a fuck.
It's honestly fascinating how Trump supporters have tolerated literally everything. And I mean, like, everything. The racism, that was fine. The sexism, oh, it's just locker room talk. You know, the xenophobia, he's just saying what everyone else is thinking. The homophobia, everyone was like, good, America needs morals again. The 88 felony charges, oh, it's a witch hunt. The election lies, he's saving democracy. Like, you know, MAGA has twisted themselves like an Annie Ann's pretzel, defending a man who has never respected them, never served them, and possibly wouldn't even share an elevator with them unless cameras were rolling. But now that his name has been associated with Epstein, now you want to find a problem with his character? Now you want to question it? Like, where was that energy when he was mocking disabled people on national television? Where was the GPS to your moral compass when he called neo-Nazis very fine people? Y'all let this man bulldoze every human decency checkpoint like it was a Grand Theft Auto mission. But the second you hear that he might have been on an island with underage girls, now you want to have a soul? Y'all sat through years of red flags from this man like it was the 4th of July parade. Like, y'all literally watched this man spiritually backhand the Constitution and was like, oh, he's strong, he's tough. Now all of a sudden it's something doesn't feel right. Well, no, duh, detective. Something ain't been right since 2016. You just got to the part of the villain origin story where not even you can any longer pretend that it's patriotic. MAGA didn't find a conscience, they just ran out of excuses.
It doesn't matter how many MAGA regret their vote as a result of Epstein. Doesn't matter. It's absolutely unimportant. I feel their plight. I'm glad they're coming around. I'm glad that they're starting to like wake up to some things. And I understand there's a lot of resistance to folks that was the thing that made them jump ship. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether they're welcomed with open arms or whether they're shunned. Nothing matters. Because someone's saying that they regret their vote for Trump, it's bullshit right now. It's not going to matter until they're in a voting booth. That's when it matters. What the fuck are they going to do then? They're going to vote for somebody else? They're going to go a different way? Have they learned their fucking lesson? Or are they kind of embarrassed now? And, you know, when it comes down to it, they're good Christians, so they're going to forgive and forget, you know, and they're just going to go ahead and vote whatever the fucking party line is. So, fuck them. It doesn't matter. They can jump ship, they can not, they can regret, they can not. Doesn't matter. You know what matters? Actions. Doing something.
Y'all, they are literally out here burning MAGA merch. They are burning their hats. They are burning their shirts. Fire. Anywho, they are literally out here burning it down. So Nick Fuentes, we know who that is, right? The self-confessed white supremacist is telling MAGA now to burn their merch, and it's time that they abandon syphilitic Sid. It's over, it's done, no more. And why do you say? Why are they burning their MAGA merch? because they won't release the Epstein files. They won't release the list. So all these conspiracy theorists are saying that part of his base, the only reason why they voted for him this time was because he promised while on the campaign trail to release the Epstein files. Surprise, surprise! So they just out here setting all their MAGA shit on fire. I love this for them. I really do. Everything else, forget the floods, forget that big bad bill. All that matters is that they're not telling the truth about what happened to Jeffrey Epstein. They are not convinced that he unalived himself, that he was actually murked, and they need that list. And so because of that, they are burning all of their MAGA merch. Yay.
What a disappointment this is, where you just believed that a freaking politician was actually trustworthy, that whenever he said he would stay out of these wars and bring world peace, that America would be America first, not Israel first.
He was convicted 34 times of tax evasion. He lied 35,000 times during his first term, and he cheated on multiple wives. We knew that he wasn't honest. That's on you and that stupid hat. There. I fixed it.
They keep calling me, they kicking me out, and they breaking my family apart.
Buenas noches.
Still waiting for America to be made great again. It's been what, since January? And I voted for him, guess what? Both times. Both times. Forgotten. What the fuck am I gonna do with a Trump phone? I don't need another phone bill. We didn't get a stimulus. We didn't get a DOGE check. We didn't get no debt relief. No help for rent. No help for your mortgage. No help for groceries. They won't raise our wages. They won't lower prices. We're fucking drowning in debt. And guess what we get? We get a damn Trump phone. A fucking...
Give me a minute.
I'm making this video because I voted for Trump, and a lot don't think we have the same Donald Trump that we had circa 2016 to 2020. This is not the same man. Somewhere along the way, he lost his way. To deny help to tornado victims. Then I heard he denied further assistance from FEMA to North Carolina. This is not the man we voted for. If you are upper middle class or below, I don't see how any of us are faring well under this president. And how
you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Like, how are you guys handling this? Because I can't. Like, they are hunting us down like animals.
Loser!
I voted for Trump 2 times. And I probably will vote for him a 3rd time. I will vote for him a 3rd time. A small business owner who is completely getting rocked by the import taxes, the tariffs. I went from a 2.5% import tax to 28.5%. That is absurd. It is ridiculous. It is crippling my business. I am barely surviving for the past 8 years. Was hoping that the current administration, since they greatly disapproved of increasing the tax from overseas, was going to do away with it, but they have not.
As a Hispanic, I voted for Donald J. Trump. Dude, I regret it so much, man.
I'm regretting not voting for Donald Trump.
I voted for Donald Trump and now I regret it.
A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that.
I regret voting for Trump.
So deeply regret my vote for Donald Trump.
I regret voting for Trump.
I was a dumbass, voted for Trump. It was the worst decision I ever made.
I've seen the light, and I got out of MAGA. A lot of us there have seen the light. We have deep regrets.
I feel guilty because I voted for Trump twice.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
So listen, I don't want to laugh at people in pain, right? But also, this is exactly what you guys voted for. You didn't want immigrants, and now you don't have workers. You voted for instability, and now you're out here dodging war headlines and crying on TikTok because your life is uncomfortable. This isn't buyer's remorse. This is karma in a red hat. Okay? And honestly, it's always been wild how so many people thought that they could support policies that were built on cruelty and not get touched by that same cruelty themselves. right? You voted for division, you voted for cruelty, you voted for chaos. And now that the fire that you set is at your doorstep, suddenly you're confused. And don't get me wrong, I do have empathy, but I also believe in accountability. Okay, if your vote helped bring this mess to life, the least you could do now is sit with it, learn from it, and stop pretending like you were blindsided, because you weren't blindsided, okay? Anyways, credit to all the creators featured in this video. Thank you for documenting this shift, and thank you to you for watching. When you saw this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also let me know in the comments, do you think that they deserve this? Do you feel bad for them, or do you not feel bad for them? And I'll see you on my next video.